Hey guys, so Elizabeth Grundell here. I'm coming to you live from my home office today, so we don't have the loud alley noise in the background today. And I don't have my assistant Michael today, but everybody wish him well because he just got hired on in a new position. So we're happy and excited for him to be growing. So today we are talking about basil. Basil is another one of the plants that we grow in the freight farm at Caridad. And so I just want to teach you a little bit about why you should be so amazed with basil. So basil is actually a really powerful medicinal herb. I use it quite a bit in my programming. My background is functional diagnostic nutrition, and I use herbs as much as possible for healing. And basil is one of those powerhouse herbs. You can put it on so many different things. You can eat it so many different ways. And hopefully after this, you'll start incorporating it with as many meals as you possibly can. So the things that it does for us is it reduces inflammation. So kind of like ibuprofen or something like that. It's actually in the same vein as those painkillers. So you can always try basil before going to one of those, just because basil's not going to give you the damage that those ibuprofen or aspirin would do. It also supports and detoxifies the liver. This is something a lot of us have to worry about these days because we are inundated with so many toxins from the environment to our food to the medications we take, and that all gets stuck in our liver. And when our liver is our filter for our whole body. So if that filter is full, just like when you vacuum your rug, if your filter is full, you're not going to pick up much. And that's the same principle when it comes to our body. If your liver is too full, it's not going to be able to clean your blood out. And then you're going to start feeling like crap. So basil is powerful in helping the liver to release all those toxins and start to clean it out. It also fights depression because did you know that inflammation causes depression and anxiety? So if you're feeling anxious or depression or any of that, right now there's a lot of extra stuff going on that could be causing that, but a lot of times those feelings can come out just because we need to detox our liver out. So that should be your first place you start if you're feeling yucky. So how do you use it? So all of these things that I just mentioned, all the reasons why we want to take basil in the first place, those are all boosting your immune system. And so we're all worried about that right now, right? With everything going on. So we want to take as many steps as we possibly can to make sure that our immune system is strong. I'm trying to look for questions. You guys just put your questions in. If you have any questions along the way, I'll try to keep an eye out for it. So the ways that you can use basil is real easy. Sorry, my dog. Real easy. You can just chop it up and put it in your meal. So if you're having a salad, you can sprinkle it in your salad. If you're having like a stir fry, you can just put it on top after it's done cooking. Anything that it would taste good in any meal that you're having is a great way to use it. You could also put it in your smoothie. You want to go a little lighter on that sometimes because it can be a stronger flavor. So just start small and add more if you can. But that's a great way to get it in. And when you put it in the blender, same with making a salad dressing, which is the next way I was going to say, you're putting it in the blender and the blender is breaking down the cell walls. So it becomes even more available to us. It makes it easier for us to digest. So our body doesn't have to do as much work. So essentially the blender is doing the first phase of digestion, which is chewing. And so it makes it that much easier for our bodies to assimilate once we do get it. So salad dressing is another great way to get basil in. And I used to make a really, really amazing one. If you are not somebody who spends a lot of time in the kitchen, a great introduction into the kitchen is making your own salad dressing. So if you are just starting out cooking, start there, and it's really easy. It's hard to go wrong. It's done in like a couple of minutes and it'll last. You can put it in the fridge and it'll last like 5 days or so, depending on what's in it. But basil really goes really, really well with balsamic vinegar. So if you make a salad dressing with that, and you can find any random one on the website, on the internet, and just start playing around with it. But that's a great way to get it in. Another great way is pesto. We all love pesto. The Italian pesto is so delicious. So that's really easy to make. And then my last way is to cut it up and put it in little portions in the freezer so that when you're cooking, say in the winter time and there's no fresh basil around, you can just pull it out and pop it into your meal. Okay, I think I see a question. For heart patients, would increase oxygen. Okay, so question about for a heart patient, something that you can use to increase oxygen production in the body, and actually basil is one of those. So basil actually increases the oxidation going on in your circulation. So this is the perfect one for that. So yes, okay, so that's my spiel on how to use it. Also, besides just in our diet, you can use it like essential oils. So you can use just the scent of it, because just the scent going up to your olfactory straight into your brain will trigger your body to do certain things. So you could use basil. I like to use it personally to help get focused. So that helps you to kind of zero in on what you're doing and kind of get you focused. It brings you out of your sympathetic nervous state and into your parasympathetic state. So that's basically from your go, go, go craziness, anxiety, all that stuff, into your rest, digest, and all of that, so that your body can heal. So that's what basil can do just by smelling it. So you can put it in a diffuser, or you can just simply just smell it right underneath your nose, anything like that. You can also put it right behind your neck. That is where your parasympathetic nervous system lives, kind of the vagus nerve. And so you can put it right on that spot to help stimulate that as well. And another great tip is basil is actually really good for adrenal fatigue, helping to overcome adrenal fatigue, which unfortunately a lot of us have these days. So if you're struggling with energy and maybe feel lightheaded when you stand up too quickly, stuff like that, that might be a sign that you have some adrenal fatigue going on. And basil is really helpful with that as well. You'll need other things, but basil is definitely a component that you want to use. So, all right, guys, I'm going to look through here and see if there's any other questions that I missed. Go ahead and throw anything in if you didn't already, if you have a question. But that is all the facts I have for you today on basil. Don't forget that we sell it at the farm. So hopefully you will tune into our live stories and you can see us actually harvesting it and selling it and all the things that we do. So make sure you're checking out our live feed, because we post a lot of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis on there. And we just had a lot of fun stuff happen with a mural and everything. So check it out. I think that's, so is it better if basil is fresh or supplements? And always fresh is best. Fresh, because, just like with anything, as soon as you harvest it, it's starting to lose its qualities. So it's better to get it, the fresher is better. But if you can't and you have to get it in the supplements or dried form or anything like that, it's still going to have great qualities, just not as powerful. Oh, I got what you meant. And do you have basil available for purchase? I will be in the farm later today or tomorrow. If not today, then tomorrow, and I can see if we have any available for purchase. Send us a DM. It's going fast. Like Smart Toker. Send us a DM if you're interested in that, and I will send a message to you what we have when I look at it. Okay. But right now we just, on my personal page, you can see an image of 200 baby basil plants that we just started. So we are hoping to increase our basil production and have a lot more available soon. So the basils take a little bit longer to get to the point where we can harvest them. But once they do, then we can continue to harvest them. So once we have it ready, we should have some coming on a constant basis. So, all right, you guys. Great to see you. I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Spread the word, bring your questions, and we'll be talking about another yummy produce item. All right, guys, take care.